Hello, everyone. My name is Andrea Delgado, and thank you for joining me today. In this presentation, I will be discussing nutrition strategies in endurance training and how personalized approaches can support strength, conditioning, and overall performance in athletes. The goal of this presentation is to highlight key research findings and their practical applications in the real world training environments. Why nutrition matters. Nutrition is more than just fueling, it's about optimizing performance, recovery, and long term health. For endurance athletes, especially, nutrition planning plays a critical role before, during, and after training. Many athletes experience performance plateaus or fatigue simply due to improper fueling. If we can understand how fueling the body can make a significant difference, not just in training capacity, but also in injury prevention, mental focus, and recovery efficiency. Pre-exercise nutrition. Carbohydrates are a primary fuel source, especially for sessions over 60 minutes. However, too many carbs before a workout, specifically more than 120 grams, can reduce fat oxidation, which is important for long-term metabolic efficiency. The AMPK pathway gets activated during energy deficits. This plays a crucial role in adaptation and endurance improvement. Meanwhile, protein in pre-exercise meals is gaining attention currently. It may help reduce muscle breakdown and promote faster recovery. This is still in early stages of research. During exercise building, during exercise, especially those lasting longer than an hour, athletes need to sustain energy with carbohydrates. Research supports 30 to 60 grams of carbohydrates per hour for moderate duration exercise. This is 1 to 2.5 hours, and up to 90 grams of carbohydrates for sessions beyond 2.5 hours. These can be consumed through sports drinks, energy gels, or carbohydrate rich snacks. There are some athletes that cannot digest carbs easily, so an alternative are carb mouth rinses, where they just rinse their mouth with a sports drink and spit it out. It's important to match the fueling strategy with the duration and intensity of training to maintain performance and prevent fatigue. Post-exercise recovery. Post-exercise is a window of opportunity and helps the body prepare for the next training session. Replenishing glycogen with carbs, rebuilding muscle with protein, and replacing fluids and electrolytes are all essential. Antioxidants may play a role in reducing inflammation and muscle soreness, allowing athletes to recover faster. Missing this window can delay adaptation and increase the risk of overtraining. Special diets and athlete challenges. Many athletes will follow restrictive or special diets for health or ethical reasons, but these diets can present complications. Gluten-free may cut out key carbs and protein sources. A low FODMAP diet, they are beneficial for those with IBS. However, they can reduce calcium and nutrient intake. Plant-based diets offer lots of carbohydrates, but they can lack critical nutrients like B12, iron, and omega 3s. Athletes following these diets need proper guidance to avoid deficiencies that could harm their performance. Eating disorders and Red S. One of the more concerning topics in the research is the prevalence of disordered eating among athletes. Relative energy deficiency in sports, or Red S, affects both males and females, and this can lead to low energy availability, bone loss, hormonal imbalances, and an increased injury risk. These effects are especially dangerous in sports and emphasize leanness of a specific body aesthetic. Mental health often intertwines with these nutritional deficits, further complicating recovery. Prevention starts with education. Athletes, coaches, and staff must be trained to recognize the signs early. Implication for strength and conditioning. Strength and conditioning coaches are in a powerful position to influence athletes' nutritional habits. They can advocate for individualized plans that align with each athlete's needs. They can also promote consistent fueling to enhance performance and prevent fatigue. Screening for symptoms of Red S or eating disorders and referring athletes to dietitians when needed can prevent long-term harm. By combining physical training with smart nutrition planning, we can help athletes reach their peak potential. Common themes in literature. Athletes need to tailor their nutrition plans to their own physiology. There is no universal formula. For example, caffeine gels work great for some runners by boosting alertness and endurance, while for others, they can cause severe gastrointestinal distress. Athletes must test these strategies during training to determine what works best for them. This trial and error approach is detrimental because even with the same sport, athletes have different digestive systems, tolerances, and preferences. Gaps in the research. Despite advances in nutrition science, a significant gap remains in the inclusivity of research participants. Most of the data available comes in the studies conducted on young adult men. This leaves a major blind spot for female athletes, older athletes, and young athletes. Training level and background diet also influence how nutrients are used. Without diverse data, it becomes difficult to apply these findings universally, which is a problem for coaches trying to implement safe and effective nutrition plans. Future research and closing thoughts. Looking forward, the field of sports nutrition still has many unanswered questions. How do certain supplements or timing strategies affect athletes in different training phases? What's the best approach for athletes with GI issues or those recovering from disordered eating? Many research, more research is needed, particularly in diverse populations, as strength and conditioning professionals. Staying up to date with the evolving science allows us to better serve our athletes, not just in performance, but in lifelong health. And these are my references.